We're just walking to the Colosseum in Rome. Now I'm in Rome for a few more days. We travelled in, trying to think what day now. We travelled in on Friday morning. It is now Monday morning and we're flying back out Wednesday morning. So we've got a few more days here left, and I've been able to have a look at the city, all the major attractions, and just going back to see the Colosseum today. Now the reason I'm in Rome is not just to see the attractions, it's because I had the Rome marathon yesterday and we completed it in 3 hours and 25 minutes. Not the fastest time that I've done, but it was a hell of a run and a tough challenging run as well. A flat run, but the cobblestones were there was a lot going on, and just for me the output was not at the level it could have been. But we trained hard, we pushed beyond our limits. At the end of the day, man, that's what it's all about. We'll go again. We've actually got the Brighton Marathon in two weeks' time, and then we're straight back into fight camp. Once I'm back, we've got a fight locked in on the 30th of May. Now I'm walking to the Colosseum this morning before we start today, because it's inspiring to be around, and there's a lot you can take away and pick up from, you know. So I'm going to bring these with me, and I'm going to take a wee seat, and then we're going to chop up some conversation today. So I'm about literally 1 minute away, I can see it from here. So today's video and topic is all going to be about man as of today, and why man is weak, and why man has fell way below his potential. I'm going to take a wee seat somewhere. Let's see if we can go through the metro here. Have a look at this. So although it looks easy to walk down there, there's not a clear-cut path or stairs, so I think we have to go through the metro. The metro's just there, and that should take you down. And if these sort of videos get good feedback and you're enjoying these, we'll do more of these back in Scotland or whatever, walking and talking. 70th metro here. By the way, my legs are absolutely smashed. After I'd done the marathon, it took me about half an hour wobbling to get back to the apartment, and it was brutal. There we go. That's the door here. So my legs are still smashed today, but I found the key is after the run I tend to just sit in for the evening, and then the next day it makes the legs even more worse because they're more stiff. But what I've done is after the run I went back for a quick nap, and then I went out and I walked straight away just to take pressure off the legs. Now it's 6 in the morning, just after 6, and it is still a wee bit busy. Not majorly busy, but still a few good people and stuff, you know. Yeah, it's interesting for sure. So yeah, today's topic and video, there's 3 points that I want to go over, and it's just how man has fallen way below his potential and became weak. And being around the Colosseum has inspired us because the history behind it. There we go. Now, what I want to touch on today, 3 key points. Now, the first point today, man, is you can achieve more than you think. Now, sometimes we limit ourselves by the stories that we tell ourselves. Sometimes we limit ourselves by the old record that's playing in our mind. And we do not realise how much that we can achieve when it comes to life in the things that we can get done. So man, I urge you and I dare you and I challenge you to really step up the game in your life. There's a Colosseum behind us. To be better, to do more, because you've only got one shot at this life, right? And if you're not out there giving it your best, then you're going to fall by the wayside, and the things that you get or you attract when you're living a life that isn't the greatest, it goes into all areas of your life, okay? Your income, your business success, your confidence, your demeanour, your health, your fitness, your attitude, even your wife, your girlfriend, right? It is not going to be in the ideal position because you're not the best man that you possibly can be. Now, when I talk about the best man, I'm talking about a self-leader, a man that can operate at the highest level, understand his mind, right, and take life head on. He has an upbeat, optimistic attitude, but also a warrior mentality as well. So he is ready to take life on at any given moment, okay? So understand that you can achieve more than you think, okay? And it's key because men today are weak, right? Sitting on the couch, scrolling on TikTok, gossiping, hating, negative, no ambitions to be better, no desire to be great, just hating and always in a negative state. And they propel that state because they're not aware on how to change it, but we can change it. Now, if you pick the positive side of the spectrum, which is the one that I'm urging you today, the one that I promote, is a clean life, is a healthy life, and is for you to be the best and to lead by example as well. At the end of the day, if you're living that life, then you're going to be more confident, you're going to have more health, and your business, your income can all increase as well. But most importantly, you'll feel better about you, and that is the key here. Now, the second point that I want to touch on now, the next point I want to touch on is be a man that can operate in many areas, okay? I want you to operate all areas, okay? With your business, your attitude, like I said, your income, your health, your fitness, and all these amazing areas. You don't want to just be a guy that's operating at one level, because we live in a world right now where the average man is, again, like I said, way below his potential. Now, if you are expanding yourself and you're pushing yourself beyond your limits, and you're asking yourself, what does 90% of men do? Then just do the complete opposite, because you will put yourself way ahead of the competition, and by the competition I mean your old self, and you will conquer life, right? You will conquer life, and you will come out on top. And the confidence, again, that you'll have off the back end is knowing the action steps that you're taking are above the average man, right? And not only that, you're able to destroy your old state, right? Resurrect the strongest part of yourself, bring that out, and when you're walking through life from that state, you're unstoppable. Nothing can stop you. So be a man that operates in many different areas, okay, and not just one area. Think about the history of the Colosseum, right? Strong men fight till death. Now we have men that are scrolling on TikTok day in and day out, right? They cannot manage themselves, they cannot lead their families, they have no impact, they have no legacy that they're going to leave. They're sitting on the couch snacking all day, eating jammy Dodgers, do you know what I mean? And we've had men in the past that have showed you the blueprint on leadership and strength. So men, ponder on it and choose to walk down the path of a man that can operate in all different levels, because you'll attract a better life, but you'll also be a better man. You'll have more compassion, more patience, and more calmness as well. Now, man, the last point I want to touch on today is your demeanour literally attracts the life that you want. Now, I come from a point where I was extremely weak, low self-confidence, low self-worth, a lot of beliefs that just didn't serve me, okay? And when I decided to change that and really question the place that I was operating from, that's when things started to change. Now, when I've developed this confidence and I've been able to go after life with more urgency, more intensity, and just kind of attract the life that I want and build the business that I want off the back end of it. And that's the key here. When you're able to do that, then you can have what is yours, right? You can build what you want. And I'm come from a place where I had nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. I just had an idea to be great, idea to be better, idea to have more confidence, right? Never had it. And when I started putting in the work and creating the life that I wanted, then I've been able to obtain a level of peace and calmness and fulfillment that I believe you can only get through work. You can only get through understanding your mind. You can only get through putting yourself out there and putting yourself in the firing zone as well. And you have to expect resistance, because if you're not expecting resistance in life, then you will not grow. Look back to this marathon that I'd done yesterday, okay? My third marathon, the first one that I've done in a different country, okay? To complete that marathon, your body is going to hit a point where it wants to give up, because that is resistance that marathon requires. Your life is no different, or your growth is no different. For you to achieve your goals, for you to live a new life, to obtain new fulfillment and peace, then you're going to have to expect resistance and go through that resistance with flying colours. And when it's hard, you're telling yourself it's easy, and because you want to be able to demand more, do more and have more. Because if you stop when resistance is there, then that is constantly going to be the ceiling that you're living off and from. And believe me, man, you'll never achieve the life that you want, okay? So take the history, inspiration from the Colosseum, okay? There used to be strong men who operated in society. Now we have weak men operating in society. Your job is to be the strongest man that you possibly can be, right? To inspire your family, to leave a legacy, leave an impact, and be the best leader that you possibly can be. You're not here to change the world, right? But you're here to change yourself. And in doing so, you'll be able to change the world, because you're changing yourself. So first, look to change yourself and build the impact that you can. Be the best leader you possibly can be. And trust me, life is yours.